You're such an asshole.
Last request of the day, then Cappy is going to grab the hose and rinse off the roof. Why would you rinse off the roof? Because ice dams would build up otherwise. Isn't home ownership fun? I'd explain ice dams and roof maintenance to you young kids, but you're never going to afford a house. Actually, not too unrelated. We have a request. If you have a request, you can always go to hazelconsulting.com. This guy sent a very interesting request. He says, look, I've gone through this different life and all that, and I've done some numbers, some calculations as to what all the lies and the misinformation and the misleading ended up costing me. And I said, "Oh, cool. Let's send it to me." And so he sent me a rather involved 5-page detailed kind of breakdown and background. And I thought it'd be worthwhile to go through it to see a case study of what I'm going to cumulatively call it the blue pill lies or misinformation. Now, most of your parents don't lie to you maliciously. That's your teachers. Your parents lie to you ignorantly. They're unaware that they're lying to you. It doesn't matter. The result is still the same failure and cost and a destroyed life. So let's go through it here. I will avoid going over because it's lengthy enough, but it's good. Price of the blue pill. A summary of what the blue pill and society's lies have cost an old guy. Hi, Aaron. Please keep my name and location anonymous. The rest is fair game. Any thoughts or criticisms you have are welcome. I hope there's some value for your audience and what I have provided. It will be helpful. Thank you very much for doing this. Here's some context for your audience about me and this write-up. This is not a sob story, nor is it a flex. I took the time to share this information about myself for one purpose, to help any young men who still have the work ethic and mental toughness to be successful in life. I would add to this, they don't have a choice. You're going to have to be tough, guys. You're going to have to do this. Otherwise, you simply will waste your life, and there's no point in living. So it's to me, you're going to have to be mentally tough. Otherwise, life is going to really. You think life is hard when you're not tough? Oh, it's going to be even worse when you're not. I did not grow up rich. However, I was never hungry, so I did not have it as bad as you. I have always lived debt free. If I couldn't write a check for it, I wouldn't buy it. That included most of my personal residences. The exception to that rule has been rental properties. I have financed rental properties on 15-year fixed notes. Let me double check. Yep, we're still good. All right, good. I am old. I did not have the benefit of the internet, YouTube, or red pill contributors when I was young. As a result, I lived in the matrix for a very long time. Yeah, I talk about me and old man Rollo like in the 80s and 90s. We didn't have this. You didn't have it until your middle age. And did some colossally stupid things. After discovering the red pill not too long ago, I did some deep reflection on my life. Part of that reflection included a thought exercise to see how much money the blue pill actually cost me. What came out of that exercise is what I'm sharing today. I'm an adult. I'm responsible for all my own actions and decisions in life, regardless of what I did or didn't know at the time. Despite my mistakes, I still managed to become a reasonably successful person. In 2023, I still have zero debt, including houses. I'm in the top 5% in both adjusted gross income and net worth. By the way, ladies, he if you were interested, he might be. Oh, wait, I bet he's not 6 feet tall. Oh, well. Learning how to fix up houses and acquiring my first rental property at the age of 16 really helped. Electrical, plumbing, HVAC, siding, roofing, and carpentry. When calculating the numbers in this exercise, I used the following method. Actual costs in the years they occurred, opportunity costs if additional income producing activity could have occurred during the lost time, today's value of those dollars by factoring in the effect of a reasonable compound interest, the 10% / rule of 72, money doubles every 7.2 years. That is the average return on rate of return for the S&P 500 over the last 100 years, and also reasonable cap rate on real estate investments in my experience. I've basically saying there's inflation and his rate of return on investments. I have updated the numbers for 2023 as I originally performed the exercise in 2022. Blue pill lie. Educators are smart and have your best interests at heart. Background, 1986, I had earned a full academic scholarship to college and was set to pursue a degree in aeronautical engineering in the fall. I watched the first space shuttle launch in 1981. I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my career. 3 months prior to my high school graduation, the space shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after liftoff. The launch had been broadcast live to nearly every school in the nation. I sat there stunned looking at the TV they had set up for the students to watch. The prospects of a summer internship at NASA were gone. The entire shuttle program was halted pending an investigation, and its future was uncertain. Confused about what I should do, I scheduled a consulting session with my high school guidance counselor. This kid, or then kid, is NASA material. And he's going to talk to one of the lowest IQs of college graduates, a high school guidance counselor. They advised me to switch to a general business degree because they said it was just as valuable as an engineering degree and a safer choice for the job market. I listened to them. Costs, actual college, $40,000. Tuition was covered by my scholarship, but room and board was still $10,000 a year from 86 to 90. Opportunity cost, $160,000. I worked construction during the summers and earned enough in 3 months to pay for all my room and board, books, and food for the whole school year. Had I worked full-time and lived at home, I could have banked $40,000 a year for 4 years. I got much more valuable IT certifications on my own at the same time. 1986 to 1990. Opportunity cost, $150,000. My business degree was worth $24,000 a year in the marketplace in 1990. Aeronautical engineering was worth $54,000 a year at the time. I spent between 1995 and 1995 working at a corporate America, $24,000 while teaching myself IT on the side. 5 years at $30,000 per year opportunity cost. I would say it's even more because of the rate of return, the opportunity cost. Oh yeah, you could have thrown that into the market. Tuition cost $350,000 from 1986 to 1995. What would be worth in 2023? $5.6 million. My math below. And he does that with the power of compound interest, which I harp on a lot. So that's 1986. That's almost 40 years ago. Almost 40 years ago. Blue pill lie number 2. A 4-year business degree at a major university will get you prepared to run your own business. Background. In 1995, I left. All right, so we're already at what? 5.264 million. That's if you guys just major in the right thing. That is well within right there. The difference between a business degree and an engineering degree amortized over the course of a lifetime, absolutely multiple millions of dollars. Blue pill line number 2, 4-year business degree at a major university will get you prepared to run your own business. Background. In 1995, I left my corporate job and started my own IT company. I had spent the last 5 years teaching myself IT. Since I already had a 4-year business degree, I figured I had all the knowledge I needed to start and run a successful business. I could not have been more wrong. I had to learn how to acquire customers, negotiate with vendors, structure legal contracts properly to protect myself, install inventory controls, set up billing and accounting systems, and a myriad of other things, all the while making sure I actually serviced my customers. College had not adequately prepared me for any of this. I eventually figured it out. However, if I had been operating with any debt or in a low margin business, it would have been catastrophic. Costs, actual costs, $175,000, 1995 to 2000. Legal fees and lost revenue for poorly written contracts. Not getting money up front from clients for cost of goods sold. Ignorance of protecting my intellectual property. Many other things they don't teach in college that I had to learn the hard way. Total cost $175 from 1995 to 200,000 in 2023 dollars, $1.66 million. Blue pill line number 3, Wall Street investments advisors know more than you do. Oh man. You should trust them to manage your money. Never take financial advice from someone with less money than you, period. Harvard MBAs that work on Wall Street are trained to sell you investments based on their commission structure and fees they generate. They are not incentivized, nor do they have a fiduciary duty to do what is in your best interest. Actual costs, $300,000 in 2000. Let's invest in .com stocks, bro. To the moon, bro. Total cost $300,000 in 2000. The year 2000, $2.856 million in 2023. Blue pill lie number 3, dating women when you are young isn't that expensive. Background. This sounds a lot like the book of Numbers, but applied to a very unique individual's experience, which, by the way, the book of Numbers, analyzing the ROI and the pursuit of women, link below. Background. Dating for me in high school, college, and through my 20s wasn't bad. I swam competitively and had the body type and abs that girls seemed to like. Coupled with blonde hair and blue eyes, I had options. You are not 6 feet tall, and you drove a $1,500 piece of crap at the time, but that didn't seem to matter back then. like it does today. I spent a considerable amount of time and money in my 20s on women with good success. Costs. I have to be actually honest here. Today, the big head is capable of reading the book of numbers and having it resonate. Even if the material had been available back then, I don't think it would not have mattered to me. The little head would have taken one look at the 115-pound blonde with 40-inch legs and thigh-high stockings and probably thrown your book in the trash. Sorry, Cappy, but that's the cold, hard truth, at least when it comes to the 21-year-old version of myself. We were all there. We were all there. And if I could get young, all I ask is that the men it's not even the money saving, it's the pain and confusion. The pain and confusion when the girl stands you up, doesn't call you back, sleeps with you, makes things are going well, finds another guy, just leaves, just go like that pain and confusion. If I can get that, which is not monetizable, but it's still good enough for me. It's still good enough for me. Letting her move in with me for a year and buying her a car may not have been the best idea looking back at it now. Can you please ask Rich if severe mood swings and throwing dishes at my head would be considered a red flag? Oh, well, it was really good. See, you're a little older than me, but not that much. But yeah, the 90s, the 80s and 90s were not that much better. It wasn't like the girls were all great. Now, they were a little better. They were thinner. I distinctly remember girls in my age group, wearing dresses and skirts and aiming to be cute. There was not it was not as much like back then. It was turned up to 8. Now it's turned up to 15. The anti-male feminist hatred. It was definitely there. It was very prominent. And there were the occasional nice girls, but it's nothing as bad as it is now. But yeah, I've had girls scream at me, throw temper tantrums. A couple girls actually hit me. No, no, it's not. It wasn't all that much better back then. It was better, but not that much. I did not add any cost to the total for this blue pill lie because if I am being completely honest, I would have done it anyway. However, okay, good. So you're being fair. You're being honest about your opportunity cost. However, I'm aware that for every 1,000 I spent on women in my 20s would be worth 18,560 today. Yeah, these young boys and you girls too, you don't understand the power of compound interest. You really don't. I spent about $200 per week on 200 a week. Man, you were doing good. I thought I was doing good. That's good. On dating and or beers with the bros from age 20 to 30. It flushed away over 1.9 million in retirement savings by the time I hit 60. Blue pill lie. You should get married. It's what all responsible men do. You will be happy. You'll be together forever and have a wonderful family. That's what life is about. And remember, happy wife, happy life. I think my audience knows enough that that's BS because they've all seen their parents get divorced. Background 2001. I got married to a girl I had been dating. Man, you are like the Bugs Bunny cartoon, Wile E. Coyote. He steps on the landmine. No, it was Foghorn Leghorn. He kept stepping on the landmines. Oh, you still came back from it, man. You still came back. Oh, guys, please share this with some young man, please. 2001, I got married to a girl I had been dating for about 4 years. I loved her, but I had always been on the fence about marriage to anyone. Society, friends, and family wore me down. It was my 90-year-old grandmother who broke the proverbial camel's back when she said, I just hope I live long enough to see my only grandson get married. She grew up in a different time. She was married to my grandfather for 50 plus years. She meant well. In fairness, my ex-wife and I did have a good marriage for 16 of the 19 years we were married. We traveled a lot together, had a lot of fun, and eventually had 2 wonderful children. But in the end, it wound up like most marriages do, with her filing for the divorce. This is a tough category for me because my children bring such joy to my life. Personally, I would burn the money again in a heartbeat to have them. However, I realize young women are far different now than they were 20 to 30 years ago. There are no guarantees children would be able to spend time with their fathers post-divorce. I realized I was lucky. A civil divorce, no fake abuse claims, and joint custody of the kids with a 50-50 time split. I included the cost below to help young men see how expensive marriage and family costs can be. Actual cost, $180,000, 2001, paying off my wife's debt and starting our life together. Guys, this has nothing to do with women, men, women, boys. It's honor your word. You are strong and independent. God damn it. By God and by the left testy, you will be independent. And I will not bail you out of your student loans. You never, ever bail women, let alone anyone else, out of their debts. Never. Paying off my wife's student loans. Okay, so he breaks down the 180,000. Paying off my wife's student loans, car loan, and credit card, 70,000. Remember, there's no such thing as prostitution, right? No such thing. So let me get this right. Donald Trump is like facing jail time because he paid cash. But love is when you buy a woman things, nice things, and gift it to her. What if you pay off her debts? Is that not prostitution? You literally just gave her money to pay off. Oh no, but you're paying off her debt. There just has to be one detour, one extra step beyond direct cash. Then it's love. Cost of the wedding, 30,000, held in a tropical location. Oh, I bet you're seeing all the red flags now in hindsight, aren't you? Selling the 2-bedroom condo I was perfectly happy with and owned outright to buy a bigger home on a lake, the first of many as part of starting our new life together. 80,000. Actual cost, he just has red X's. 2001 to 2020. Happy wife, happy life. The nuclear arms race for bigger houses, luxury SUVs, boats, jewelry, cruises, global vacations, fine dining, and other necessity begins. No. Babe, you want to go for a hike? Okay. I'll get you a scotch, but no, you're not getting a McMansion, no. We purchased several increasingly larger homes, culminating in an 8,000 square foot. My house is 1,400 square feet. 6-car garage, custom-built brick house on lakefront property. After that, we downsized to a 3,400 square foot home with a 3-car garage, stone countertops, and hardwood floors throughout. All in the name of providing, where'd it go? A good life for the wife and kids. Oh. All these houses needed new furniture as well. I also spent years of my life slaving away on endless home improvement projects and maintenance on these monster houses after long days at work. It was colossally stupid. He put that in red. In red also, in the interest of privacy, I'm excluding money spent on vacations because I would have traveled even if I never married. However, if you look up the average home value for just one 8,000 square foot house on a lake, you get an idea of the vast amounts of money spent during the time things really don't matter in life. Total cost $4.3 million in 2023 dollars. I think you're underestimating it, sir. I think if you had taken that money that you would have saved in mortgage payments over roughly 20 years and mortgages and all that, and threw it in the S&P 500, you have 4.3 million. Okay, that's I could see that. Did you prorate your time working on the house that you wouldn't have to if you just kept your 2-bedroom bungalow or whatever it was? In fairness, my wife did work from 2001 to 2010, so she did contribute to our household income. Our first child was born in 2010. Additional cost of the divorce, a 6-figure amount that I'm not going to disclose, but the number includes half the net worth accumulated over my lifetime, lawyers' fees, capital gains from having to liquidate all the rental properties in a single year as part of a settlement, no 1031 exchange opportunities, court-ordered alimony, child support, and college fund contributions that run until 2034. Hang on. Me. All right, with me now, guys. You know the song. No. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Guys, this is real. This guy made millions. This guy was making lots of money, and it's still no. Grand total, $14.1 million in 2023 dollars plus the additional cost of divorce. Now, in my book, The Book of Numbers, link below, I came up with 9.6 million. Now, this guy is a higher and smarter and more intelligent, harder working man than the average bear. And so he had a lot of opportunity cost that he could have pursued engineering and all that. So, but the reason I bring up that $9.6 million opportunity cost is I believe his figure is 100%. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, your life, if we use my numbers, like let's say you're a mere average guy, which is what my numbers are based off of, you're basically, your life is worth about $10 million, 9.6. That's what you can generate, and your investment opportunity costs are. You could roughly translate that to mean your life is worth about $10 million. And that's if you invest in yourself and only yourself. Now, obviously, you'd like to invest in other people, but I'm just saying that's your opportunity. Like anytime you invest in someone else, that number goes down. Now, it could be something fun and worthwhile, like your buddies. Oh, yeah, let's go on that. I went on a $2,000 rafting trip with my buddies. Okay, that cost you 50 grand over the course of investment opportunity costs, but you got to enjoy your life. I'm just saying, you really don't realize what your life is worth until we start putting these numbers here. And everyone knows that you guys spent way more money chasing tail that you didn't even get 98% of the time. And what if you had invested that instead in yourself in the stock market or a house or saving rent or car repairs, et cetera, et cetera? This guy, now, it's not just the pursuit of women, obviously. It's all the other, like the cost of the blue pill is $14 million for this guy. And then the book of numbers, I don't even factor in really the difference in majoring in the right thing. So one might even argue that major, and he does have it up here, what did his worthless degree cost him? His business degree cost him 4.2 million total cost. 5.26. You add that 5.26 to my 9.6, you get his 14 million. Interesting. Very interesting. It's almost like an actuary went over my numbers and we're being very precise here. We're a little bit more than in the ballpark. The cost of the divorce, which extracted 50% of my net worth when I was over 50. Additionally, there would be large monthly expenses for alimony and child support, which will stretch out until 2034. Note, this does not include the money I spent in my 20s and early 30s on the women. I know I wouldn't have been able to follow the red pill on this one when I was young. Note, this figure would have been much higher had I financed the houses, boats, cars, jewelry, vacation, like so many do. Luckily, I paid cash for everything, including our homes. Imagine how much this guy worked for other people. This guy is, guys, don't let this guy's life be in vain. Now, he's living a life. He loves his children. He's wealthy. This is all good. But the amount of time, and he could have worked half the time, just enjoyed his life. We're trying to save you, boys. We're really trying to save you. We know down there, oh my God, you need to have the girls. It is not costless. I know the teachers and guidance counselors, they pay, you do whatever you want. You're going to save the environment, the minorities and the women's and the children's. You're going to be Jessica and Jason Christ, major in sociology. Yay! No, you're not. Luckily, I paid, figure have been much higher had you financed jewelry. Oh my gosh, I never buy jewelry. Luckily, I pay cash for everything, including our homes. Closing thoughts. I always drove used cars and lived modestly before I got married. I'm back to living modestly again and just as happy, in some ways more so. Shiny things are nice, but trust an old guy. They do not enrich your life like travel, true friends, and financial freedom will. Compound interest is powerful as F. This is all in red. Every $100,000 invested in your 20s compounds to 1.8 million in your 50s. Mistakes early in life are killers. My $350,000 loss on bad education choices wound up costing me more than all the fancy houses and cars because it happened so much earlier in my life. There you go. This is why in my new course, The Dad You Never Had, which is this guy is trying to tell you here, I go at length about the power of compound interest. There's a whole chapter on retirement planning and finances. I think it's 2 hours long too. And do I beat that in your skulls, the power of compound interest? Because it happened so much earlier in my life. Think long and hard about spending $200,000 on college, $100,000 on a luxury car, or adding that extra addition to your home. And as I've said before in previous videos, think about just living at home, working 2 full-time jobs until you're 22, where you should be able to bank up around 200,000 with no debt by the time you're 22. Toss that in the S&P 500 or maybe get yourself a good down payment on a house. You're going to be way better off than pretty much every kid who went to college. Every kid. I believe that most young people can become a multimillionaire if that's something they desire. You don't have to get a degree or make huge money to do it either. Just don't make major mistakes. Right there, guys. It was all goofing up. Get started as early as you can. Let a long time frame and compound interest be your friend, not your enemy. Best Anonymous. So there you go. I'm going to save this. This is a great PowerPoint, not PowerPoint, PDF you put together. And thank you very much, sir, for putting that together for all the youngins out there. That's a good, nice breakdown in detail. And my apologies for all that. But look what it costs, guys. This baby boomers, you wonder why people hate you so much? This is why the young people hate you so much. You gave them the wrong information. This is the cost of wrong information, which is what the blue pill is. It is misinformation. It is lies. It cost this guy $14 million. It would cost the average guy, I'd say, easily $9 million in opportunity costs and all, although that's gross. That's not assuming tax. I think it's $6 million with the taxes. Guys, I don't care how sweet sounding the lies are that your teachers tell you that you can follow your heart and the money will follow. I don't care what your guidance counselor, he's got that norm, he's got that sweater, and he just seems like Mr. Rogers. He's a really nice guy. Oh, he's edgy. He has a picture where he was surfing. Ooh, he's so cool. He has a tattoo. Shh. That guy's an idiot. That gal's an idiot. And your parents don't know jack. Your parents know what life was like 50, 40 years ago. And it was different. Although 40 years ago wasn't that different. They don't know. And the information, unless they're rich or they are poor and they say, don't do what we did. It's one of those two things. They're rich, they say, do what I did. Or they're poor and say, don't do what I did. Right? Unless they're one of those two things, don't listen to them. If they give you the easy advice, follow your heart, the money will follow. Just be yourself. Oh, you gotta get married. When you gonna wife her up? Hey, when I've told the story before, people don't ask me the question no more. When are you gonna put? How long you been dating? 12, 15 years. When are you gonna put a ring on it? It's not gonna. Why not? Because I want to have sex. Every guy. And the girls get pissed. Well, F you girls. Too freaking bad. You all cutting off the sex when you get married and you all get fat. No, the client didn't say this. I'm telling you this, how it's going to go down. Right? You need to know the facts before you invest in your entire life. Because if you, how much, I should have linked to the book, How Not to Become a Millennial. How much more proof and education and examples do you need to see, oh gosh, don't do what they did. Look at their lives. 40 years old, asking for a student loan bailout, all on antidepressants. Oh yeah, that's you don't have to become them, but by God, learn from their mistakes. Don't let them die and waste their lives in vain. And it just be this nice little dream where we got the internet, guys. We got the internet. You could forward this to as many young men as you want. To the girls too. You girls aren't going to listen though, because they tell you sweeter thing. Oh, you just do whatever you want. Oh, yeah. You deserve it, girl. Right around the corner. Prince Charming. So not there. But I would just love to see it. I just love to see it where a generation of young guys, like you all go into the trades, you save your money, you're living at home, squirreling up 200 grand. Then you go build your own house and a piece of property out away from the cities. People are happier. You're in shape. Girls, maybe girls wake up. Maybe the third investment banker douchebag boyfriend they dated who got indicted on embezzlement charges or trader fraud. Maybe hey, wait a second. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But I'd love to see you boys stop going to college. I'd love to see you get a skill and a discipline and a real thing. I love to see you guys avoid the pitfalls of marriage and never get divorced and never have to go through. I'd love to see where you don't have to pay half your money out. I'd love to see you boys like, yeah, I just need transportation. I don't need a fancy car. I'd love to see you boys be free and be happy. That's what I love to see. And this I was going to say young man who's slightly older than me, he's giving you the path on how to do it. So thank you very much. Anyway, link below 2 additional resources. The Book of Numbers, Analyzing the ROI in the Pursuit of Women. Also, a link to the course, The Dad You Never Had. It's available on Teachable. It gives you all the information. This guy wrote 5 pages. That course is 12 hours, and it covers everything. Everything your dad should have taught you but didn't. So whether you didn't actually have a dad around, your mom divorced your dad went out for smokes and never came back, or your dad typically was a piece of lump of crap on a log and didn't invest in you, but he was there. I guess he was there. He was there, but they didn't invest in you, didn't tell you what to do. Take that course. Have the it's $149. I don't know, $149, and you get $14 million by the time you're in your 50s. Which do you want? Well, it's not which. If you do that, you get $14 million. Sounds like a pretty good ROI to me. All right, let's go to the super chats. If we happen to have any here. Got a couple. Scrolling up. Scrolling down. Okay. Want to make sure I got them. All right. Scrolling. Daniel Houston. Handsome man over there. Look at him all dapper. $10. Cappy Saban 2016. Joined the military straight after. Man to speak of the truth. Hey, Dan, it's not because of your picture, but didn't you get in like real estate? You got into something, right? Something entrepreneurial. I'm guessing here now, but if I recall, I knew what you did. Why don't you email me or something? Let me know what you did. But I'm glad you joined the. Look at that! Look at him! Look at him! Look at him! You want to look like that guy when you're in what? What are you? You're not probably not even 30 yet. Maybe young 30s. Look at him. Doesn't he look successful? Doesn't he look happy? He's in shape. He probably gets his peen touched by girls. Is that it? All he had was Daniel. Nonstop trade $2. Congrats on Cappy's engagement ring on his girlfriend, real man. I am not, there's no engagement ring. I do have my great uncle's old ring, and I do wear that on my wedding finger. But a lot of people, oh my God, did something happen? No. My mom passed down her uncle, my great uncle's ring. It's kind of a cool old school Jewish dude ring, even though the guy was Lutheran. It's a nice piece. It's a nice, simple piece. And so that's been a family, but that is not, no. Didn't we sing the song? We sang the song, right? We all know the answer to marriage. No. That's it. All right. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.